In the span of 20 minutes, I've had two delectable treats. Whenever I woke up this morning and I was like, I have no treats. So a lot can change in 20 minutes. True story. True story. Also, you know what I realized? It is... What the fuck is all going on? Anyways, okay. I hate that whole little... Wait. I've been trying to get out of the habit of drinking water before I eat, or during while I'm eating. And I try to drink water before I eat, because every single time that you drink a fluid, it takes up more like volume in your stomach, so then you feel full faster. But I like to just be able to sit down and face a meal, you know, just sit down, no caveats, no nothing, just like me, a fork, a spoon, a knife, and a raw vibe, you know. I was like, I feel so cheated whenever, because there we go, that sip just went and resonated, and now it's just like, my ass is grass, you know? My ass is grass, I don't stand a chance. And then I'm like, yes, you do like pee quickly and whatnot, but also it's like, oh god, you know what the worst feeling ever is? Sloshy stomach. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Because it's so... Okay, wait, I just want to eat and watch New Girl, kind of. Oh, apples in a skillet. Hi, kitty. Another one came to join the party, too. Oh, wait. Maybe I'll just crack open a novella. Ugh. Watch this. These fries are lit. Look. Oh, he's just licking up all in his crevasses. That's crazy. I thought that only dogs did that, but okay, I'm trying not to spill it. It makes sense because cats like self-groom or whatever. Or whatever, you know. It's funny because the gray one, she will always after I take a shower and it drains, heavy on whenever it drains, she will jump in and she'll just sit in the bathtub, which is funny because cats hate getting wet. So I thought that was like paws and all, but I guess she's paws exempt at least. I don't know if that's the case for every cat, but it's so cute. And yesterday, because our tub has had like an issue like draining recently, yesterday she goes to jump in and I just hear Rawr! And I know I was like coming out of my room, I was like, oh mama, because I knew exactly what happened, because I had just taken a shower and I was going to grab my clothes because I had just moisturized and all. So she had like tried her hand, and then I see on the ground like just so much water, and I see her just be heavily discomforted, just sidling out of the bathroom. And then she's headed to my room, like she's about to sit her ass on my carpet and dry off. No, this is not a drying carpet of sorts. I let her do it though, because she was just so upset. She was just so distraught and upset. I was like, okay. You know. Sometimes you just have to do it. You have to just let the cat use your carpet as a drying carpet. Ugh. Worst feeling, but I knew that she was happy, so I was like, yay. I missed out on literally an opportunity to use my... Fuck. It's crazy because, look, I shaved my head. Well, shaved, not really. I cut it off with scissors, and it's all patchy. But I'm like, I don't really care. I think it looks so cute. I think it looks like so... I'm like, you know, I can't believe I work. I woke up this morning, I was like... First things first, I slept through my alarms by accident. Which is not good. I don't love doing that at all. Because It's like, oh no. What was I even about to say? I don't mind sleeping through my alarms if I have nothing. Actually, I just lie through my teeth. I don't set alarms if I have nothing to do. I wake up when I wake up. Beautiful living. That's something that I realized recently. I do not always consent to having time-based obligations. And I feel like I'm so used to only making obligations based off of time because that's how they're like always made. But I feel like I've had some of the best, most meaningful, like, oopsie. Kitty's head is like, actually, I don't even know if I want to describe this because it seems phallic, but I know that this is part of the grooming process. So I'm just like, you know, but I'm like, every time I look at him, I'm like, am I interrupting something? You know, I'm like, what the fuck? Actually, fuck it. I'm going to use my bamboo fork. I'm going to, here's my thing. I've been like growing out of using single-use plastics slowly but surely. As I become more comfortable with like trying to just wash dishes the second after because I'm already not big on like, I don't use plastics unless I'm going out, which is like great for the environment, but terrible for my countertop space because there's like, I just keep rearranging the dishes on the side. They're all like rinsed and everything to like keep away ants and like, but it's like I haven't comprehensively washed them yet, which I feel like, at least I harm reduced. At least I did some harm reduction because it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. So I'm like, I did what I can. That's all that matters right now. When I can do more than that, I'm gonna do more than that. And it's not even like a, I'm distraught way. It's just like because what I'm realizing, something very big is like, in American culture, we always need some sort of, or we feel like we always need, like, our explanation to include just, like, utter mental defeat for it to work. But it's like, no, I'm allowed to start preventing at the primary level before it gets to a tertiary point where I'm like, oh, I just can't take this anymore. You know? So it's like, I'm allowed to just, like, not have it in me to do it right now without it being like such a dire thing. Like I'm in a very good headspace. It's just like I am not diligent with, you know, like washing my dishes right away. So I just harm reduce and I just make it so that it doesn't become a bigger issue. Because here's the thing that I realized: if I sit there and berate myself, oh, that's terrible. Oh, there's so many. I'm so much less inclined to actually double back, double down than I am if I'm just like, that's life. That's life. I know that that's not what I want as my end result, but that's the whole point, that I'm giving myself like the actual autonomy. Like I'm making decisions that increase my autonomy in the future so that I'm doing what I want out of choice and out of like actual inclination rather than obligation, so that I'm doing it well. I'm not rushing through it. I'm not putting dirty dishes back in the, like, no. Because I know what I deserve, and I know that I deserve clean, beautiful dishes in my cabinets. So, that being said, now I'm all hyped up. Now I might go ball out on some dishes, but no, the fries come first. The fries and the fork, look, it's like so, there's like a slight torque to it, which is so perfect because I'm like, oh, I feel all sass ASMR, like all lychee, you know? It's like, Now what I realize, I love ASMR, like food ASMR, but I hate unconsensual ASMR. Like if someone's like smacking up in my ear, I'm not a fan of the sensory experience. But my thing is, I'm also not going to judge someone with, because I do that. I do that, you know. So I'm just like not going to sit here and be like, it's so gross. Because you know how everyone in like 5th through 10th grade was like, I can't stand the word moist. Like it makes me so like, ugh. I was like, shut the fuck. Is that unkind? Because for some people it might actually be like a legitimate sensory discomfort, but I'm like, explain that to me. Because it's lost on me. It's lost on, but also some feelings can't be explained. So maybe I'm the one that's full of shit, which is fair. Well, it's not fair, but I'm saying like, which is fair. Like, I'm not just gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, everyone's fucked up, and I'm just like completely like, no, I might be the one that's fucked up, because that might actually be like something for people. But I'm like, yeah. Tell you, I just found out about that song. The best thing ever, I think the literal best feeling ever was like not being on my phone for like extended amounts of time. Like yesterday, let me check my screen time. Oh, because I woke up yesterday and I was like, I checked my phone and I was like, what the hell am I doing? This is so unnecessary. There's literally no reason. Look, daily average 1 hour, 14 minutes. Isn't that the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your whole life ever? Because what the hell was I even doing? It's like, oh, I can finally just sit there and move in silence. Because you know what I realized? It's like, Facebook 5 minutes, messages 5 minutes. Wait, that actually doesn't add up though. Lyft 3 minutes, Google Maps 2 minutes, YouTube 2 minutes. You know what? Every time I take a Lyft, I'm like, ugh. Every time I buy food now, like made to order, like buy prepared food now, I'm like, ugh. Because it's like, I love it because it tastes good and it's delicious and I don't have to cook. But I hate it because I don't have to cook and it tastes too delicious. Well, not too delicious because I love so delicious foods. But then it's like, I'm inclined to go buy things and spend money. But I'm like, I don't like spending money. It makes me upset. And I have a bad feeling that I'm going to be thinking about these fries. And like, whenever Ren's due, I'm going to be like, it's my dad. Hi, Dad.
Hello, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. Did you just wake up?
A little bit ago.
Oh, you are eating your breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
How was work last night?
Oh, terrible. I couldn't fall asleep.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry to hear it.
I will sleep most of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting ready to go to sleep now.
I understand. I'm glad to hear it that you're getting, well,
All right.
sleep now.
You didn't cut your hair again.
I did not.
All right. Let it grow.
I am.
Leave it alone.
I am.
All right. Love you. Have a great day.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
I totally did. I totally did. Was the worst part. I totally did. And I fucked it up so bad. But I'm like, I don't care because I just wanted it short. I just wanted to like enjoy my raw scalp for a while. That actually was not the intention, but I am glad that that's the result because I feel like any chance that I have to be like connected to my rawest form, I'm like, wow, like I exist. It's like those reminders. It's like I exist. You know, it's like I exist. I'm like, hey there, hey there, you know? It's just like fun. It's just fun, chill vibes, you know? It's just chill, raw vibes. You're talking about... I just sat there and lied to that man's face. Because I cut it first. The initial intention was I was going to do my braids. And so I started doing my braids. Funny story, I learned how to do my braids completely by myself. I was sitting there doing them because I just let it be a reiterative process. The first day that I started, I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I have some braiding hair at home. And I did one braid in the back and it came out well. I like parted it well and everything was like cute, chill vibes. And I was like, wait, I could actually like do this. Like I could actually like do my whole head. So then I go to the beauty supply, get my little get bag, get my supplies. I get my Shine Jam and then I get my rubber bands, and I already had a shit ton of braiding hair at home because anytime that I get my braids I get like hella colors. So bless my braiders' souls, because it's a miracle that they can even do my head in under like multiple sittings, because not only just parting, as I've learned, take literally for fucking ever, which makes sense because to do it right, it's going to take forever. I guess it might be easier for some people than for others. It took me forever. They make it seem so easy. But I was glad to be able to take forever with myself because I was like, it is a reiterative process. Just like I was saying, it's reiterative as hell. So if it doesn't happen in like the first snap of things, I literally just like took it out and started again, which like was such a foreign concept to me because I'm not used to taking time with myself, which is something that I'm very glad that I'm growing into this year. I'm realizing like not everything has to be like a mad dash. I don't have to just like sit down, ball out, you know? I'm not always gonna be like picture perfect ball out. And that's okay. It was completely fine. Because I'm not always at ball out capacities. Because I ended up taking 5 days for half my head because I was so close to finishing like multiple times, and then I was like, wait, I don't like the parts, so I cut off all the braids and then I took them out and then I reparted them and I was like, okay, let's go. And then I kept finding like nitpicking and what, not even nitpicking, because I feel like that insinuates that it was like, yeah, that has the like strong connotation that it was like an unenjoyable experience. It was so much fun. It was so much fun getting to actually like learn what my hair needs out of me, like during the braiding process, like what I'm supposed to do during braiding, and like learning by listening to myself rather than by a tutorial. Because like, not even to shit on like tutorials, because tutorials are lit and I use tutorials for a lot of things, but what I realize is sometimes I do need to start things myself. And I felt very foreign to that for a long time because I did that for so long because I was adverted to asking for help. But now that I am at a point in my life where I'm comfortable asking for help, and like, I mean asking for help in the sense of like outsourcing, not always like asking a physical person for help, because sometimes it does look like that. But in this case, if I did need help, I would just like take to YouTube or something. But let me fuck up these little cheese fries. I'm actually glad. Wait, I might be able to just like face the rest of them. Did you know potatoes have enough vitamins and minerals for you to survive off of them and butter, I want to say, for like 3 years? I could be making up that number just like straight out the ass, but it's some like very long amount of time. But I'm like, what would you die of first? Nutrition deficiency, like scurvy, or just like sheer boredom? Because I love potatoes so much, but I'm like, at a certain point, it's like, come on, you know, give it up. Come on, right? Wait, what the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, reiterative process. But the braids were so much fun. They were so nice. And then I cut them all off because I was like, I'm getting tired of this, and I low-key don't want to finish them all. My hair is so tangly. As I've been learning more about my hair throughout doing my braids, I'm realizing my hair, like my natural hair, it was not low porosity as I thought it had been for years. It was just severely damaged. It was just severely splitting and everything, which is so upsetting because in the years that I have been natural, it's been what? 5 years now, because I went natural in 9th grade. Yeah, I went natural whenever I was 14, and I'm 19 now. Wait, I went natural whenever I was 15. Was I 15? No, I was not. I was 14. I was just at this. Okay, wait. So it's like, oh, what the hell was I even talking about in the first place? Reiterative process. But it's like, wait, what the hell was I talking about in the first place? I know reiterative process, but then what was coming from that? Oh, so I cut all my braids off. And then I was like, I think I just kind of want to cut my hair off. And then I did. Because I was realizing my hair isn't taking in any water because it doesn't have the capacity to. Like, however the hell it works. Whenever your hair is super split, I'm like breaking a lot, it just doesn't retain water, which I didn't know. But I guess that's how. Well, there could be a different upstream factor as well. I think also my scalp was very dry. But here's the thing, I would have never known those things if I hadn't just taken the time with myself. And I was like, I came, I saw it, and now it's fine for me to go, you know? Because I learned everything that I did out of the experience. And the second that I felt myself getting frustrated and just like making it an obligatory relationship with the task rather than like a inclination based one, like I found myself being like, oh, I need to finish these braids, XYZ, I need to finish them, like I'm just gonna finish them all today, which would be nice. It would be nice to be able to finish them, but if I didn't have that in me, why am I gonna sit there, not be patient with myself? Like, if I am at the point where I can't take the time with myself anymore, then that just means I don't want to do that thing. And for the longest time, I just thought that meant, oh no, I'm chumping out. No, that just means that I want to be taken in a different direction. And if my passion has burnt out for something, because what I realize is with big projects, if I care about big projects, if I care about small projects, if I really give a fuck about anything, I am seeing it through. I'm seeing it through. It is only whenever things are based off of obligation and incentives outside of organic ones that I am reluctant to do things, and where it becomes a burden. But then what I realize is I do them with so much less of my organic capacity. Like I don't feel inclined to like take the time with it. It's a rush job. And it's like I don't do my best work whenever I'm doing anything that's not organic. So taking the time, letting it be organic, realizing at a certain point there was no organic inclination anymore, and it was just like, wow, I'm proud of myself because I didn't just sit here and buckle it out and then do shitty braids and then be like, I just never want to do my braids again, you know. I didn't jump out. That's why I'm like, people say fuck a quitter. I'm like, what? I will quit in seconds. If there's one thing about me, I'll quit. Because if it's something that's pissing me off to the point that it's like, I do not have to do that. Like, okay, here are my goals. As long as I'm safe, healthy, and protected, and there's no immediate danger to any of those things, to hell if I quit. To hell if I quit. Because what I'm not about to do, I realize it's like, resilience for me does not mean staying in an unaccommodating circumstance just to be able to say that I made it to the other side. Resilience for me is either adjusting that circumstance or finding a circumstance that better fits my needs and the goal that I'm trying to serve to the situation. So it's like, for example, like, I wear many hats. I'm a nanny. I'm a personal assistant. I recently just got the hat of dog sitter / guinea pet, or what the fuck, guinea pig and cat sitter. That's so exciting. What else? I tutor and I'm a housekeeper. But at a certain point, I was like, I do not like doing my hours in this way. I don't like, for sitting, I could do hours from like 9 to 9. It's like one of my most frequent shifts, like a little 9 to 9 shift. And it is a lot. It low-key takes a lot out of me, but it's like, I tried to translate that capacity to like, housekeeping, but of course it wasn't 9 to 9. It was just like, oh, long shifts. Like, I could totally do this. I realized I can't with housekeeping, and I don't want to. Or I probably could, like I can, but that's the whole point. Because it is not something that is sustainable for me to do and continue doing, I just realized that's not for me. So then I found the conviction to communicate, and learning how to identify my capacities has literally just made it so that I am becoming so much better at communication. Like, I am no longer sitting there talking about, I can do that. Oh God. You know, it's not like a painful experience for me to like sign on to things, because the things that I sign on to, I've already objectively determined, is this feasible for me and it's also made me be so much more in tune with where I am at. Because it's like, it's one thing to be able to acknowledge it to yourself, and then it's a completely different thing to be able to allow yourself the mental autonomy to be able to be like, is this okay? Instead of just being like, oh God, I just have to do it. Oh God. Well, no, I'm not going to. Because if my ultimate goal is to be able to offer the best of myself to this situation, if I'm trying to avail myself as a resource to the circumstance, what good would it do for me to bring a less than optimal quality of that resource to the circumstance, especially if it's going to continue to deplete if I don't check in with myself? That's why I'm very big on like, whew, sometimes I just look in the mirror, I'm like, girl, get right, you know? I have to get right with myself before I get right with anything else. And allowing myself that like actual like, you know, that is so exciting to be able, that's the biggest thing that I feel like has come out of 19. I feel like I've had so many just like life developments this year because I spent a lot of time alone and it was beautiful. 2024 I think has been like the best year of my life. I'm not even gonna say here my new, and not even to say that every day was like a ball, you know. I got wage thefted. A lot happened. That was like, I feel like though the biggest thing, which is kind of beautiful. I'm like, if the worst that my 2024 will get is getting wage thefted, to be fair though, it made me have to pay rent literally like 2 weeks late, and she still hasn't paid me. I literally moved this whole woman's apartment who lives in like one of the richest areas of the city that I live in. And she paid me $150 for 26 hours of labor. I boxed, I cleaned, I got it ready for move out for the lease sign off. I did the whole like key handoff. I drove the U-Haul. I walked. No. No. But the reason that upset me the most is like, yes, the whole money thing, it sucks. And it literally did suck. But oh God, actually that did stress me. I feel like if you had asked me this like 2 months ago, whenever it happened, I would have been like, the money is the first thing on my mind. But now that now that I have paid rent and like everything is well in the world, I'm able to sit here and like analyze, why did that actually just make me feel so shitty? It's the fact that it was just a big reminder that whenever I am at the mercy of someone else's like payment, it means that they are always in control of the transaction and that they have the ultimate decision on whether or not I get my labor valued. And whenever you are black and tall and consistently hypermasculinized as it feels so shitty to be in those circumstances where people way overshoot your capacities and then do not acknowledge like any of the legitimate ones that you are presenting, and they add extra expectations, they add extra XYZs, because the whole thing was, from the beginning, I was literally just supposed to pack up and then help unpack into the U-Haul. I wasn't supposed to be driving it. I wasn't supposed to be packing without boxes. Packing an entire apartment with no boxes has to be the most impressive. I'm so surprised that it literally... No, I can't. You know what? I choose peace. But it's like, yo... And I did it all to the tune of 20 an hour whenever it was supposed to be 15. And that 20 isn't like, oh, so terrible. 20 is like chill vibes, you know? But it's like for manual labor, that's crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy because most movers pay, whatever the fuck it's called, or get paid like $90 an hour. And at that, they have boxes. I was like, it happened. I was like, oh God, oh God, oh God. But even that was something that I was like, this is a very transformative experience, because what happened was rent was just not happening. Oh, it was not happening. And I was so frightened. I was like, what the fuck is going on? That was the first time that I had ever paid rent late, because I'm usually so on it. I worked my whole ass off for literally so long to be able to like do this and be at this place. And literally the first month that I get back to school in 2024, boom, wage thefted. That was so shitty. I was like, you didn't have to do that to me. You didn't have to do that to me. And it's like, so long story short, I finally got into a place where, because the next month I didn't say anything about it that month because the whole situation just overwhelmed me so bad to the point that I was like, I don't know what to do. A. B, it is going to take all of the capacity in me to sort this out. And I feel like literally every time that I would text this woman, I would have to go like the fuck to sleep because I was like, it is so frustrating to talk to someone that literally just does not value the fact that I spent 26 hours of my life. And I literally missed one of my midterms for it. I technically didn't miss it, but I did terribly because I was supposed to get out one night at 9:30. I get out at 11:43, and I start the midterm because it was an online midterm, which is already rare fruit. I ended up getting an A in the class though, because the thing that I told myself is like, I will literally not let my circumstances that my friend Larsa says it's Amina Ami. It's Amina Ami, you know? It's Amina Ami. And it was Amina Ami. Tell me how I still got a 72 though. That bitch was multiple choice. I bought it, which was like, I don't like getting like, I'm like a stickler. I definitely am a stickler because my thing is I would be different if I knew that like I wasn't like a very strong test taker and my expertise were in other realms. But I feel like test taking is something that I'm really good at, which is crazy because it is literally the least like a externally applicable skill that you learn in school. But I'm good at a lot of other things too, but test taking is like a really good strong suit for me. So I was like, so that's why I just felt so cheaped out of my opportunity to like just ball out, just sit there and ball out. But speeding through literally 50 multiple choice questions because like I was just like, oh no. You know, I was like, oh no. I forget what I was talking about and I'm kind of tired, so I'm gonna go to sleep. Because I have work and I have to leave in like an hour and a half. I'm not taking a fucking lift. It makes me so upset to take lifts. So upset. Yeah. Oh my god. Actually, I'm gonna sit here and fuck up the rest of these fries. And drink my glory water. Glory water. It signifies I made it through the meal. And now I just get to chug my heart out. Like, I love. Just like sitting down and facing a meal. And it's like victory lap. Treats, water, just some lit snacks. But I have no lit snacks right now. I have like fucking Nilla wafers. I've been here for like a month. Actually, I doubt that they like go bad or whatever. If anything, they're stale. But I'm even like, I heard that you could put like an apple slice in a container. I don't know that I want to do all that. But I'm also like, I'm not going to fucking waste. I might just use them for like, maybe I'll make banana pudding. I've never made banana pudding sounds so good right now. Actually, I'm not making that right now. Because I'm like, if I do that and then I don't clean up, then it's going to be frustrating because there's going to be ants everywhere. And I don't think that I have it in my current capacity to, like, yeah, clean up. So I'm just like, yeah, that can wait. Oh. It's like, oh, you know, head down. My little shaved head. So now it's like, just chill vibes. That's all you're gonna be doing. Oh, gosh. Oh God. My head hurts so. Oh, I'm supposed to be uploading this video. I'm gonna upload them. Have a good day. Have a good day. A good day. Bro, I have this like wind chime. Yeah, I have it like that. It's from Dollar Tree. It's so good. No, it's from Family Dollar. Tell your girlfriend we've been doing. I love the beat to that song. It's like. Yo, last night. I was out a disrespectfully long amount of time. I hate being out for more. I was out for 7 hours. What? Wait. That's crazy. I'm like just now processing. And I was up and on my feet the whole day. I want nothing more, low-key, than to just do nothing today. I just want to do nothing today. I want to do absolutely nothing. I'm just like, sit around. I just want to sit around. Yeah. I just want to sit around and you know, I just want to sit around and drink glory water and talk to myself and make up songs about that cats. Tell your boyfriend. Tell your girlfriend. My head. I love my head. It took me a second to get used to it. Not in the way that I'm like, oh, I hate it. And now I'm like, oh, I love it. But in the way that I always feel like, oh, I don't, like, I've never seen myself with just, like, raw scalp. And now I'm just like, oh, I love it. I never hated it. And I'm glad that I didn't. Because just, like, knowing that I can accept myself in any and every form is, like, one of the most exciting things. Because I'm like, I am myself and that's enough. At any form, in any way, shape, and form that I come, I am always going to be here for myself, and I'm always going to be able to tell myself that I am proud of the person that I am. I look in the mirror, and I love seeing my face. I love seeing my smile. I love seeing me, or myself, just like happy. And I've just been so happy, like this year, and it's like I've been wanting to afford this to myself for so long, and being able to do it is the best victory arc that I think because I've been waiting for a victory arc literally for so long. Every year comes, I'm like, this is my year. And then it's like, boom, terrible months-long circumstance that I cannot escape. But then I show up for myself still. I make it out to see the other side. And I escape with cuts and bruises, but a lot of lessons learned. Yo. You ever get that feeling? It's just like, whoopsie. Oh, I love my smile. It's like, you know, it's like, oh, I'm just so tired. I don't even know right now that I'm like tired per se. I think I'm just in a sluggish mood. I feel very sluggish. You're never fully dressed without a smile. And we jammed last night. We jammed. Oh, I love my song. We jammed. We detoured from the function. That's the best thing ever about having friends that are in student housing, is the fact that like there's everyone together, and it's like literally if my social battery is running out, I just up and out, and then I double that. I get my little give back whenever I feel inclined to, and it's beautiful that I have friends that are like not gonna be on some like they left the function. It's like just chill vibes. That's the best thing ever. Like, people are realizing, like, I think that as I grow older, the thing that I love is that the people that I surround myself with are all very understanding of the fact that, like, capacities are not linear. It's not like I'm literally just going to be able to, because if I'd been in the same place all night, I would have only been there for like 2 hours. Not to be like, oh, it was just so shitty and terrible and I hate everyone there, I'm gonna eat everyone's face off. No. It's like, because I so enjoy everyone's presence there, I checked in with myself continually. I took many side quests. I had so many adventures last night. I jammed. I went to the roof. I went to the roof, and then we were just down on the roof, just having a chill time. And I went to someone's room, and then I went back to the function, and I was like, but someone's room, function, but someone's room. I was like, look at me. It was like the lay of the land, you know. But it's just like, I love my personality so much. I love to be in my company. I love to be in my company. I love to be in my company. It is my favorite thing ever to feel comfortable with myself. It is my favorite thing ever, especially because it took so long to get here. So now I just relish. Is relish positively kind? I always confuse relish and perish. If I'm using that correctly, I just relish. Oops. I just relish it. I just relish it, you know? I just relish it. I just sit here and I relish it. I'm like, I love being in my company. I love being the person that I am. I fought so hard to be this person, and I'm so glad that I am this person. I am more myself now than I have ever been in my life. And I literally had so many trials and tribulations that took getting to this point. But I'm like, I made it out to see the other side. And I'm very happy about it. This is the best way to close off the second decade of my life. Literally just identifying the fact that, like, I learned how to show up for myself. And I learned how to identify what it is that serves me and what doesn't. And here's the thing. Of course, I don't know every single piece of nuance to what it is that my capacities are and how to show up for myself. Like, there's so many circumstances that just hit me like a brick and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I'm so confused. I am lost right now, you know? But it's like, for the first time in my life, I trust myself to be able to find resources, whether they be internally based, externally based, community based, to get myself where it is that I need to be, which is the most humanizing feeling. Like, knowing that I am no longer choosing, not even choosing sadness, but like, if I am sad, I'm never going to like stay in that because of the level of familiarity that it provides. Because sadness is like an easily retreatable emotion. Like, it is something that I feel like I use as like a retreat for the longest time, because I was like, it was familiar. It was familiar to be uncomfortable with who I am and to be uncomfortable with the circumstance and to just stick in it because I didn't know how to solve it. So it was really hard to get to this point. It was really hard. It wasn't so hard in the sense that like it was impossible. It's just the fact that like unlearning being someone that you are not for the basis of like just bringing the best version of yourself that you can to a circumstance. It just makes you realize, like, just like I was saying earlier, like, does it make so much of this process was just learning how to reason through things, which is why I love just sitting and talking about them, so that if I'm ever struggling with this again, I can just look back at this video and remind myself, like, I know what I'm doing. I might not know the answer to fucking everything, but the fact that I just am straight with how, like, I just know that I always am looking for better for myself, and that I'm literally not willing to stop until I find better for myself and for the people in my life, for my community, for my family, and for everything. And I'm just so proud of myself. I'm like, I sit here, I'm like, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And it took me so long to be able to say that. Even just to be able to celebrate myself, it took so long to be able to do, because for the longest time I was like, oh, it's corny, it's corny, it's corny. But you know what I realized? We are in a corny hatred epidemic, because corniness is literally just discomfort with raw, like, happy emotions that terrify us because we don't know how to process them. And I'm like, I just am learning how to process my victories. And like, every day that I wake up and I can have a smile on my face and I choose happiness for myself and walk out of circumstances that are just not worth what I am trying to put into them, or they're depleting my ability to put things into them, is a victory. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm very happy for myself. I'm very happy to be the person that I am and the day that I am. I feel like this life that I am building for myself is happening exactly at the right timing, which is funny because every single second that I turn around, I'm like, oh God, I'm not doing it right. I'm not doing it the right time. There is no right time until the time that it happens. There is no right time until the time that it happens. None. And I feel like that's such a hard thing to like resonate with, especially because so many things in our world are on a time limit. What I realized, once again, if I'm safe, protected, and healthy, once again, no like threats to any of those three things in the near future, or ones that I don't know how to resolve with the resources that I am comfortable availing myself to, then I'm okay. I am okay. I am okay. I will be okay. I have been okay. And that shows me that I am and can be always okay. Well, always meaning like sometimes I'm not going to be okay, but I will never feel comfortable choosing sadness for myself anymore, or just like choosing familiarity in misery rather than discomfort in that misery and trying to build comfort from it. That was so verbose, but I hope you get what I'm talking about. I smile. You know, you know who's so sexy? I know Lee Choppa. What? I don't even listen to like so much of his music. I think I know one song by him. It's the one by Oh Some No Shade. It's like and keep it that the worry but the past and future just presence we live in it. And then need this shit. I give this shit away to somebody who really need it. You know me like type of Peter for the love and receipt. Ay. Cause when I'm gone, it's hard to reach. Part the reason you greedy for the shit your soul don't be needed. Ay. I never lose. It's called Lose My Cool. That's what it's called. My cool, lose my cool inside this room. I never lose my cool, yeah. Facts. On that note, I'm about to damn. I can't believe I'm turning 20 in a couple weeks. Wait, what am I doing for my birthday? I kind of wanted to have a function, but I'm like, if no one shows up and I have to sit there like the kids on TikTok, the amount of times I just can't do birthday disappointment. I can't. I'd rather do the thing. I've done this for years. I'd rather do the and this is terrible. But I feel like because I've grown past this, well, I'll be putting it to the test of time this year and actually having to see have I grown past this. But for years, I've done the thing where it's like, oh God, do I even want to admit this? Yes, the first step is admittance. So, here's what I do. It's like every year, I'm just like, yeah, real niggas just gotta ball it alone, you know? I just gotta ball it alone. I'm gonna ball it alone. And then I tell nobody that it's my birthday. And then I'm just sulking around the whole day like, fuck, of course everyone forgot my fucking birthday. Oh my God, shut the fuck up. Because it's like, It's like, if I wanted to do something, I could find someone that wants to do something. And like in real life, it's like, I'm not diligent with birthdays either. I've let several of them pass just right under my nose without even knowing. And so I'm trying to become better at it, because I realize that's what I'm realizing. Like, it low-key does mean a lot to me to have my birthday remembered. And for the longest time, I was like, it means a lot to me, but everyone just fucking sucks and hates me and wants to eat my face off. No. I feel like I'm moving past the point in my trauma healing where I think that everyone is out to get me and everyone hates me. I still really deal with like a lot of like rejection sensitivity, in the sense that like, if people say they don't want to hang out, I'm like, oh, you want to hate me, you kill me, you want to kill me, and you want to eat my face off. But then whenever I'm able to use like my rationing like logic, I'm like, that's just not that case. It's just not the case. Dare I say? It's like, dare I say, people do not hate me and want to eat my face off. Dare I say, people are just acknowledging their capacities, and that shows a greater level of trust in our friendship and closeness if people can be real with where they're at whenever they're talking to me. So I'm like, this year, I'm going to ask people to do things for my birthday. This year, I'm going to ask people to come over, and I'm going to throw some sort of a function, and I am going to clean my house, and I'm going to ask for help if I need it. And I'm going to cook a ton of food, and I'm going to do it for a budget, and I'm going to accommodate people's diets, and I'm going to cook for the people near and dear to my heart. And there's several people near and dear to my heart. And if so many people don't show up, that's okay. It is okay. Especially because I've become comfortable with actually like, because I feel like I used to always like just bitch myself, you know? I'd just be like, just nobody wants to hang out anyways. So I would just ask people to hang out like at the last minute, because I feel like that was my mind doing the whole thing where like, whenever you have already like kind of determined something to be true, like if I already determined, oh, everyone just hates me anyways, then I'm going to be subconsciously choosing a lot of things that are promoting me feeling that way and like seeing that in my life, rather than like, if I were to be like, you know what, people really do give a fuck. It's just the way that like perspective changes everything. Like, it made me so much more inclined to ask people to hang out at the last minute, because I was like, just nobody wants to hang out anyways. But the reason that people were like being like, oh, I can't, is because they already had plans, because I asked people literally like a day and a half before. I was like, man, just people hate me, and that's just, it's okay. It is okay. And I know that it's upsetting to feel that people do not value the person that you are in your life, but you are still so cared about, and people show you that on a continual like basis. So I have to start looking at the haves rather than the have-nots. My friend Fia told me that last night. We were having just like a sit down. Every time that we see each other, we just have like a sit down. I love that girl. I love so many people in my life. I love like, that is another thing that I'm so happy for right now. I was supposed to end this damn video. That's not happening right now. But something that I'm so grateful for in my life is I'm at a point where I just love everyone in my life. I'm like, I am only choosing to be around people that I love so dearly. And I'm like, that's so exciting, you know? That is so exciting. Like, fuck. You know? I'm just like, whoa. Whoa. I'm like, whoa. Like, isn't that just so exciting? That's so exciting. And I'm like, I've always wanted this. I've always wanted to have just a slew of meaningful, deep, legitimate bonds in my life. And even like 4 months ago, I would have never thought that this is what my year was going to look like. I would have never thought. It's like, look at the life that I am making for myself. Look at the life that I am building piece by piece. I don't know what the fuck is going on, and that is okay. But look at the life that I am building for myself. Look at the life that I am building for myself. I am just so continually impressed by who I am and who I'm becoming. I am just like, wow, I am turning into the person that I always wanted to be, which is actually the person that I always was, but then I never felt like I had the circumstance to be able to be. I'm like, I am so proud of myself. Like, oh my God, imagine like 5 years ago. Hi, kitty. Like, I'm just chilling with the cats, eating some apples with all of my cardboard art in the back. I'm having a good time. I'm having a very good time. I'm so happy for who I am and who I'm becoming, who I'm reverting to. Not regressing to, who I'm reverting to. Revert image. fact. Just like, I'm having such a good time. And I'm happy just chilling here with the cats. And yeah. Oh my gosh. It's just like chill vibes.